Hey guys, I wanted to come to you today and give you a quick tip for Tip Tuesday. When you purchase your Creative Memories album and get it out of the packaging, the first thing you want to do is take the spine that's right here and just pull it out of your album. It shouldn't be very difficult to come out. This is an album that is already been used. So what I want you to do is pull it out and just pop it in the front and leave it there while you make the album. If you do that, it will flatten out the spine and it will take away kind of the memory of the original spine. Because when you buy your album, obviously there's no pages in it, there's no paper in it. It's very small, and you can probably still see a little bit the original spine part on here. But I've had this particular spine in this album for, goodness, probably 6 months, maybe longer. And you can see that it's mostly flat. It's a little bent right now because I just put it back in to do this video. But, you know, it was pretty much completely flat when I took out this album to make the video. So once you do that, it will flatten it out and will take away kind of that original spine structure. So that when you go to put it back in, when you complete the album, it won't be trying to go back to that original spine that was much thinner than the album that you've just created. So once you complete the album and you know how many pages you're going to have in it, you can just slip it easily back in there. So again, I highly recommend doing that. It makes it so much easier. And I will also say, don't overload your albums. This album, I probably have too many pages in right now. I recommend, especially with, if you do very decorative pages, I recommend probably not doing more than, I would say not more than like 35. Maybe even try to stick to 30. I haven't counted up this one, but what I do for my kids is when I'm going through an album, I often have to create 2 albums for them. So I'll just kind of put the pages in, and then when I finish the full year, I'll take the 2 albums and say, okay, where's a good medium point that I can pull and put the other pages in the other albums. So I haven't started my second album yet, so that's why this one is so thick. I do anticipate taking some pages out of this one. If it is too thick, if you put too many pages in here, it will put a lot of pressure on the spine, and that could cause some issues. So you don't want to overload them. Originally, years ago, when the original Creative Memories was here, they would say you could fit just about 3 packs of pages in a particular album. But I would say now that we're doing much more decorative pages, and, you know, a lot of my pages have a full piece of paper on the background, you know, plus other stuff, you know, like for example, you know, here I've got other stuff on it. I don't do a ton of pages that are just, you know, like this is just a strip. There's not a piece in the background, but, you know, then I've got flip flaps and everything. So there's a lot more bulk and a lot more weight to, I think, the pages that we make today than the pages we made 20 years ago. So that means to me that we need to put a few less pages in so that we're not totally over, you know, over exerting our straps and our binding. So hopefully if you guys adhere to those rules, you won't have any issues at all in the binding. Have any questions? Please let me know, and happy scrapping.